Welcome, I'm Dr. Janine Bowering, naturopathic doctor, and today I will share with you how to avoid this mistake on one meal a day. So if you are doing OMAD, I can almost guarantee that you haven't heard about this. So the truth is, the big mistake is that you shouldn't even be doing OMAD or even intermittent fasting until you fix your leptin resistance. And leptin resistance is a huge issue. It's a hormonal issue, and I'm going to give you some tips now on working towards fixing that leptin resistance so you can actually get to do your OMAD type of diet, which is the one meal a day. So tip number one is to make sure that you wake up at the same time every single day. This is so important for your circadian rhythms to keep you healthy, but also to ensure that you are setting yourself up to turn on all of your hormones for the rest of the day, and including those fat burning hormones. Tip number two is to make sure that you look at the early morning sun. So if you can do your best to see that sun rising and making sure that sunlight is coming right into your eyes without sunglasses, this is the best way to set up your leptin and getting your leptin going, but also all of your other brain chemicals, your melatonin even. This all happens in the morning by that sunlight coming in your eyes, and is really important to keep you on track for your weight loss goals as well. Tip number three is to practice grounding. So getting grounded by having your bare feet, your bare hands on the earth without anything between the earth and your body. This brings in those negative electrons into your body, which is so healing, but also goes a long way at helping your circadian rhythms and your connection with the center of the earth and the magnetism of the earth. Tip number four is to eat a high protein breakfast. Yes, when you are leptin resistant, it's important that you're getting a lot of protein to start off your day, some healthy fats as well. This will help to keep you feeling full. But as we saw in that example, I would just do it minus the toast, minus the jam, so that you are not adding in those extra carbs first thing in the morning. Tip number five in general is to eat a low carbohydrate diet. So yes, you can have some healthy carbs, but keeping those sweet carbohydrates out of the diet is the best thing that you can do at the beginning, especially for fixing that leptin resistance. Tip number six is to eat locally grown foods. So your body digests the foods that grow locally where you are in this present moment, and your body knows how to utilize the energy and the electrons from those foods more efficiently. And this is important when you're trying to lose weight. Your body utilizes all of that energy from the food more efficiently when it's grown locally, and it actually has some of the local soil on that food, because then those microorganisms in that food will also help you to digest that food. Tip number seven is to avoid your exposure to screens at nighttime. And these screens, of course, have that blue light radiation. It offsets all of your hormones, and this is a problem in terms of your melatonin. It will affect your sleep, and we know that we're burning our calories as we're sleeping. So that's really important. Do your best to turn off those devices and limit that exposure, especially at nighttime when your body is winding down and you should be sleeping. Tip number eight is to decrease those non-native EMFs. So EMF exposure, whether it's from 5G or any type of G, is not great from our cell phone towers, our Wi-Fi routers, our laptops, our cell phones, and all of those electronic devices. Anything basically that's plugged into a wall will have some non-native EMFs, and this is a big problem. Those LED light bulbs, also not a great thing. Turn things off as much as you can. And tip number nine is to do some cold therapy. Yes, cold therapy helps to get your leptin signaling going the way that it should. So getting cold and doing that, even in the hot months. So if you live in a temperate climate like I do here in Canada, in your hot months, you want to be doing your cold therapy. And cold therapy, as a Canadian lady, it's much easier in our cold Canadian winters here for me to be able to get out and expose without wearing too many layers of clothing. It's a great way to be able to get that cold exposure and have my body try to adapt to that, and that helps the leptin signaling. So thanks for joining me today. Those were the 9 tips on how to help your leptin, and once you get that under control, then you can go to doing your OMAD, so your one meal a day, or your intermittent fasting. and you'll get so much better results, and you won't be gaining weight from doing that type of fasting. So I hope you learned something new today. Be sure to share this video with your friends and family. Give me a big thumbs up. And if you're doing OMAD and you're either getting results or not getting results, I would love to hear from you, because this is more common than what you would think. And it's a huge misconception that OMAD is going to work for everyone and that you're going to lose weight and it's going to be easy. It's not always true. So if you're in that position, I would certainly love to hear from you, and I would love to dialogue with you as well. So leave your questions and comments below. If you're new here, make sure that you're subscribed. Turn on your notifications by clicking that bell. And thanks for joining me today. Be sure to always take care of your good health and to do it naturally.